What is up, Comic Legion? I'm Mark, and I'm here with another new comic book day video for this coming week, and let's get right into it. So as you can tell, this video is a little bit different than my usual ones. I am still on vacation, and I'm doing this one a little bit guerrilla style. So I'm not going to be doing as in-depth as I normally do. I'm going to be going through and highlighting the books that are on my pull list and only those. But don't worry, it is a huge week for books this week, and my pull list is massive. So let's get right into it, starting with Detective Comics number 1040. So that Mr. Worth story still rages on. We've got Bruce in jail, and just to see where this is going to continue to go, it's been pretty good so far. I've kind of been enjoying this more than the standard Batman title, so I am looking forward to it. It tends to kind of fall to the end of my reading stack, but every time I read it, I'm always pleasantly surprised with it. One that I'm really pumped for is Action Comics issue 1033. Philip Kennedy Johnson continues to deliver big time, building on the Superman mythos, and we have Aquaman has taken that piece of source down to Atlantis as well as the refugees, and kind of taking on the burden of figuring it out and taking care of it since it landed in the ocean. And there's supposed to be a big battle that goes on down there, and I'm starting to feel the big shift coming with the actual separation of Jonathan and Clark, and we'll see here shortly what I mean by that. And then also we have Berserker issue number 4 dropping this week. So that last issue was awesome. We got a lot more of the backstory, as well as a tease that there might be another one like him out there, another immortal. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. It's a total guilty pleasure book. It's an easy read. It's a fast read, but it's brutal. It's fun. It's violent. I just really enjoy it. Next up, Strange Adventures number 11. So second to last issue here. We had some major revelations come out of that last one where we think, well, I don't really want to spoil the story, but major revelations absolutely kind of shook up the whole book. So this is being the second to last issue. I'm expecting to get even more in this one. This is probably going to be the most content heavy issue out of the whole run. So I'm definitely excited for it. We've had Adam Strange and defending Rand from a whole Pict invasion, and that invasion has come to Earth. So everything's kind of coming to an head, and we're going to see where the truth lies and how much of it is going to kind of haunt him from his past. Next up, we have Something is Killing the Children number 16. So I'm not too excited about this one on a monthly basis. It's kind of a letdown for me. The pacing of it doesn't really fit too well. This is a gorgeous cover. I'm not too interested in getting all this information on the House of Slaughter. I enjoyed it more when it was kind of a mysterious thing in the background. But we know in this issue we're supposed to be seeing Erica go through the trials to kind of get initiated into the house. So that'll be pretty cool to see, I guess. But I don't know. I just like that whole mystique angle that it had when it was all just so elusive. They kind of just threw it all out on the table with this. Next up, Department of Truth, issue number 11, I believe. And this one I'm super excited about. We have the follow-up to that last one with the whole cryptids, with Bigfoot and aliens and angels and all that. We have Cole out in the woods. We're not sure what they're hunting exactly, but we have a Bigfoot hunter hot on their trails. And they already overheard them talking about they run into those kind of people. They typically have to kill them and bury it. So I'm excited to see where it goes. That last issue, the way that they played it, they had like these personal notes in it from this kid. It's like his journal about his dad who had seen a Bigfoot and showed how it did completely wreck their family's life and everything. Just kind of showing the collateral damage that comes along with all of this stuff in the Department of Truth, and kind of why they exist and why it's important what they do. And there's also an amazing John Jang variant for this one. There's 3 different covers for it. There's the standard trade dress, the Virgin, and then that one in the center is an ultra limited version of the same cover that if you go to Dark Phoenix Comics, you can find this exclusive, as well as if all of the pre-sales sell out, they unlock that third one in the middle for a very ultra limited 5 copies that they'll be giving away. So I'm excited to be adding all 3 of those books to my PC. I did already acquire all 3 of them. Next up, we have Infinite Frontier number 3 of 6. This series, pretty much every time it drops, has been my read of the week. Absolutely awesome. So much going on. I don't even know where to begin with it, but we've got Rory back. We've got him wielding a Black Lantern ring. We've got Calvin Ellis with Thomas Wayne out exploring. There's just so much to this book, and the biggest thing that's got me excited is Darkseid is behind all the villainy in it. We have an amped up Psycho Pirate, so I'm excited to see where all of it. We kind of got enough introduction. I'm excited to see where it all kind of starts to push for the actual story plot of this. And we have that Director Bones from the Checkmate series is in this really heavily as well. So I'm excited to see how that ties in with that. DC's doing a great job kind of connecting a lot of continuity right now. And this is just another one that excites me on that level. And then we have Spawn issue 320. So Spawn it's been surprisingly really fun lately. And as everyone knows, we just have the Spawn's universe. We have the King Spawn coming. So I've just been excited about keeping up with this. Spawn's on a quest to go rescue Cygor, and he's going to be running head on into a fight. So I'm excited. This should start right off with a fight. And we had a first cameo appearance of the person who'll be fighting that last issue. So this is technically going to be the first full appearance of that character. Next up, we have Batman Superman issue number 20. So they've been battling this celestial bad guy. This is pretty much a forgotten god named Ataru Io. And he's able to manipulate all these different Earths to his will. And he's kind of summoned like a horrific world to battle Batman and Superman. And it's led by like the demon himself, Etrigan, and showed Cthulhu, the seven deadly sins. So this is going to be a really, really fun, really, really dark issue. I've been loving this series. It's nonstop. It's just a really fun read. Next up, Daniel Warren Johnson's finale for Beta Ray Bill. This is issue 5. So we have Bill in hell going to fight Surtur, the god of fire, to go get that new weapon that he so desperately feels that he needs. So this is going to be knockdown, drag out battle as well. So I'm really excited for that. I'm curious if he's actually going to get a new weapon or kind of find like some kind of inner peace that he hasn't had and just be okay with who he is for the time being. We will see in this conclusion. Next up, we have the Teen Titans Academy. So we have the little Bat Pack, the little Bat Gang came face to face with Red Hood in the finale of the last issue. So we're going to see how that plays out. And it's such a cool teaser cover. I'm sure they're not going to reveal the Red X's identity in this issue, but it's a cool cover. So I'm excited to see where it goes. This book, I feel like I'm like going to lose interest in it, but I haven't yet. Every time I read it, it's really, really good. All right, here's one I'm really excited for as well. Batman Reptilian issue number 2 by Garth Ennis with the amazing, hauntingly awesome artwork by Liam Sharp. So that last issue, it introduces that there's this monster killing people, good guys, bad guys, whatever. You see Batman kind of catch wind of it and start the detective work to kind of get on the trail of it. So I'm expecting him to kind of get closer to it in this issue. We didn't get a glimpse of it in the last issue. It is not Killer Croc though, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this one as well. It was wicked fun. Next up, here we go. Now we're talking Superman issue number 1, Son of Kal-El. The official series split is here. It has started. Jonathan is front running his own book. Tom Taylor is taking over the title. Philip Kennedy Johnson's done awesome. I'm a huge Tom Taylor fanboy. I'll pretty much read all of his stuff and have for a while. But man, I'm excited about this. Look at that cover homage. Look at it. Just look at it. That is gorgeous. I'm so pumped for this. Big Superboy fan. I just feel like he's a necessary character. They've done him well. They've done him awesome. I know not everybody was excited about him getting aged up some time back, but it fits perfectly. I absolutely love it. Great stuff. Awesome stuff. Cannot wait to check this out. Highly recommend if you're a fan of Superman. Check it out. If you're not a fan of Superman, this isn't Superman. It's Superboy. So check it out. He's taking over the mantle here on Earth. He's going to be headlining his own series. Superman no longer has 2 books. Jonathan has one. Clark has one. Let's support this awesomeness. Next up, John Ridley's Other History of the DC Universe, issue number 5, I believe. So it'll be spotlighting Thunder, Black Lightning's daughter, and we'll see what John Ridley does with this one. It's kind of been hit or miss, really, for me, but the artwork on the covers are gorgeous, and the stories been, like I said, hit or miss. Next up, we have Checkmate issue number 2 of 6. So we're going to find out, or ask the question at least, who is DAEMON Rose. So it's the assassin that they're introducing in this. I think he also made the appearance in last week's issue of Justice League. I think there's the person that we were saying was like Lois Lane's brother or something, but we'll see. This has been fun. We have the whole Leviathan versus Checkmate feud going on. And this book is really another one of those great continuity guide books because it's tying in with Justice League. We know some of these characters are appearing in Infinite Frontier. So just seeing how the Omniverse is coming together and falling into place has been really cool. And the fact that these are all limited series makes it really fun for me as well because I can see the end in sight. I don't have to commit to too much, try to keep up with too much. And you get tons of content and a well-rounded story. But I wasn't expecting a lot like the last issue as much as I did, but totally in for it. Definitely in for it. Next up, we have Skybound X issue number 4, I believe. And at this point, I've read all the secondary stories or backup stories or however you would describe it that I'm going to read. I'm only picking these up for the Rick Grimes 2K story. And you see there him fighting Negan on the cover. That last issue was insane. Negan showed up out of nowhere, just wrecking. And Lucille was awesome. Lucille was actually 2 bats when you put them together, went all He-Man, like I have the power. So this is going to be, I'm sure it's an over-the-top, outrageous, violent battle, and I'm really looking forward to it. And then finally, for my pull list this week, we have Mr. Miracle, issue number 3 of 6. So we have Shiloh Norman having faced off with Never Fear, and he went back and found the original Mr. Miracle's possessions that had a mother box that kind of juiced him up with power. And so he's going to get his bearings and go after Never Fear, Never Free, and kind of take it from there. I'm excited to see where Never Free's from because she has no clue who Shiloh Norman is. He has no clue who Scott Free is. So I'm still trying to get my bearings on where this takes place timeline-wise, because after the events of Death Metal, nothing is like it was. Even though it looks like it, when you start getting into these books and into these characters, you see that they don't all necessarily have the same recollection that each other does or the same past that each other does. So it's kind of cool seeing how things are different here and there. And Mr. Miracle is definitely one of them. So I'm excited to see if Scott Free actually is still around somewhere. What Earth this is even on, or I don't know. We'll see. So that's all that I have on my pull list for this week. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you're picking up. Let me know what you're excited about. I'm sure I'll probably end up reading more than on this list, as I tend to when I start looking at all the digital stuff. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you're looking to purchase any comics, I do have a secondary Instagram page where we get stuff posted daily, and it's priced to sell. If you don't see anything on there directly, feel free to reach out to the page and ask, and me or my pops, we don't mind diving through the long boxes and see if we have what you're looking for. I'd be happy to get it to you. Also, a big shout out to the Augusta Book Exchange. They're the keepers of my comics and guardians of my pool box. They always make sure everything I'm looking for is safe and secure when I get there to pick it up. Every week you'll find no better customer service anywhere. You can find them on Facebook. And if you haven't already, be sure to go to the Comic Vets channel, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on, because each week he posts a video that him and I do together where we take one pick a piece and tell you why you should consider picking it up. I'm really excited for this week. I already got in mind what I'm going to do, so you don't want to miss out. So until next time, guys, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.